Earlier in the newscast, we told you Nevada's eviction ban expires tomorrow, meaning the process can begin to kick renters out of their homes, but not everyone may be at risk. So here to talk about this and more, financial analyst Steve Budin. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's start off with the eviction. So this could impact thousands and thousands of people within our state. We know earlier, based on Marissa Kinnison's report, that the courts are offering a 30-day stay and pushing for mediation. So why is the court going in this direction right now, and how is that exactly going to work?
Yeah, the courts know that you can't evict hundreds of thousands of people in one day. The courts would be overwhelmed. So they're incentivizing landlords and tenants to work together towards a resolution of those unique situations between themselves.
Okay, and there are a lot of resources that we also have on our website, KTNV13'S. Now, some Vegas homeowners may not be facing evictions or foreclosures. So can you explain what's going on there?
Yeah, the federal agencies have released a deadline extension till December 31st. So the big mortgage insurers like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the VA, if any of your mortgages are owned by those servicers, chances are you may receive a deadline extension till December 31st. And if you're a tenant in one of those properties that may have been foreclosed in the past on those FHA properties, you may have a deadline extension as well. So my advice would be is call the phone number that you see on your bill or your mortgage statement and ask if the mortgage or the property falls under one of those parameters.
All right, great advice there. Now, I know we talked about this topic a couple weeks ago, so let's go back to paychecks. So will people see any changes in their taxes withheld in their paychecks anytime soon or ever?
Yeah, I know this has been a little complicated when we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but the bottom line is the government proposed and the Treasury issued some regulations in the last couple of days dictating if Social Security portions of the employees' paychecks could be deferred. The problem is if you defer your payment, you may have to pay it back in January, and many employers would be on the hook if the employee doesn't pay it back. So basically, in real terms, let's say you withhold $500 defer $500 that normally would be withheld. In January, that $500 would be owed. And if that employee leaves employment, the employer's on the hook, and then it's up to them to figure out how to get that money back. So many employers are opting not to do it. Again, my advice would be if you have an employer, call them and ask them if they're going to be participating in this, because you may or may not see a paycheck change.
All right, great advice, Steve Budin. Thank you so much. I'm going to post this on my Facebook page. I feel like it was a lot of good information. So we appreciate you, and we will check in with you again next Monday.
Sure.
And we'll be right back.